Welcome to another virtual adult improv show with the LA Connection players. Today it's the 5 p.m. Pacific Daylight or Pacific Standard Time team. So if you want to watch all their shows, you can go back 1 year by going to our YouTube channel, LAC Comedy, LAC Comedy on YouTube. Click on the playlist, find Sunday at 5 p.m., and it goes back about a year, about 12 shows. But they go back about 2.5 years. So if you want to watch them all, just go to our main library of over 330 videos. We've done 330 shows now, and find the shows you'd like any Sunday 5 p.m. or any team. We've got 7 different teams. We got kids, we got teens, we got all age teams. And over the years, we've had all sorts of different teams doing long and short form. Today's long form. I'm Ken Scope, the founder of the LA Connection. We're celebrating our 46th year of dishing out fine comedy improv. If you're out here in Burbank, you can see us live at our theater. Let's introduce the cast today playing our long form game, starting with Easton.
Hi! It's so nice that you're all here.
And Brian.
What's up, everyone? Thanks for being here tonight.
James.
Hello, and welcome to the show.
And Andrea.
Hello, hello. Thank you for joining us.
And Andrew.
Hello, thank you for being here.
This is Andrew's first show, and as you see next to them, they all have keyboards: lead singer, roadie, drummer, social media. Can you guess what our long form game is going to be today? We also will have Vita coming in, who's coming from another event. She should be here any moment and be joining our cast. She'll be playing our groupie. Okay, so guys, go ahead and minimize right there. Okay, so I'm the manager. My name's Les, and I've been managing a lot of big bands over the years, a lot of rock groups, and so I've decided I kind of got out of it for a little bit, the whole COVID thing, and said, I don't want to be know, staying in a lockdown situation. So, I know, and so I said to myself, hey, I got to get out there again. People are starting to go to concerts, starting to do stuff. So I started going out to different bands in the Oakland, Berkeley area where I'm residing, and I saw a really good band called No Seeds. I don't know where they came up with their name, but No Seeds was, you know, let's just say they were germinating, and I thought, wow, I could go with this band. They're young, they're hip, they're happening, and so I set up a couple like local gigs for 200-seat arenas, and I said, let me see if they can play a bigger arena. So I brought them down to Bakersfield to a ranch, and they performed for almost 1,000 people on this ranch, and it was really a great show. A lot of barbecued food, really good stuff, and they hit it off. The band was just did really good. So I said, I'm going to see, this is 1,000, let's triple it. And I booked them into the Albuquerque University, where they're going to be playing in a 3,000-seat arena now. And I'm very excited to see the development of this band. So let's bring out the band right now. Welcome, guys. Thank you for coming on now. As you know, you see the cameraman behind us. Again, I'm Les Moore, the manager of No Seeds, and he's going to be documenting the entire tour that we're going to be doing. We're going to be going down to Albuquerque, New Mexico, in our bus. But for the first couple days here, I think it's important we just kind of get ready, get psyched up, because the show's not going to be for 5 days. It's going to take us maybe a day, day and a half. We may stop on the way, I don't know, but we can get there one day if we have to. Anyway, let's get to the band. So Brian, you impressed me as the lead singer of the band, and you're the one who put this band together. So how did you find Easton, your keyboardist, and Andrea, your drummer?
Well, I mean, these two guys, guys as in multiple people, you know how it is, whatever it is. I met them in a bar way back when. We were all in college. It was the sort of typical college, grimy, seedy bar. Pun intended with the seeds thing, no seeds. Anyway, I met them in the bar. We were all grabbing drinks. We played some pool. I kicked their ass at pool for sure. And then I found out that they play the keyboards and the drums. And I said, hey, why don't we do some shit? Get together in my garage and let's put something together.
Wow. So you kind of mentioned the seeds in the seedy bar. Is that how you came up with no seeds? Because you would go to like seedy bars?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And we go all the seedy bars. That's what kind of before we had our name. That's where we started. We started at seedy bars. And the people in the seedy bars, for some reason, they weren't jiving with the music. So what we decided is we decided no more CDs, no seeds. That's where it came from. It's because we didn't want to
Wow.
play those
Wow.
crappy bars anymore. We wanted to upscale ourselves.
Okay, let's go to Andrea for a second. So Andrea, you're the drummer in the team, and
Yeah.
how do you think the band's been coming along, and what's your relationship now with the other band members?
Oh yeah, I have a great relation with all of them. Like we are great friends, and we trust each other. Like I trusted Brian when I knew that he couldn't play like any instrument, but he wanted to start a band, right? Because
Mhm.
he's got like a great garage. Like I can play anything, but I have a great garage. I'm like, oh yeah, that's the spirit, and he trusted me. So we were just kind of drunk. I remember, the city bar, and I was like using my sticks, like to eat sushi, and it was like, wow, Andrea, I can tell you are really talented, and this is how it started. And
Okay. Okay. And what about you, Easton? How did you get involved with the band?
Yeah, when you're a girl at a bar, you kind of expect to get picked up by a couple of guys. But what the couple of guys didn't really expect was that I could drink more beer than they both could combined. So we hit it off, and I kind of showed them like on the table, like, look at the chords I can do, and they were really impressed by that. So I Andrea wasn't lying. It's a really cool garage. Like it can fit at least up to 2 cars, maybe 3. It's
Wow.
it's perfect acoustics, and we just jam out. It's a good
Well,
time.
a lot of people started in the garage. I mean, Bill Gates started Microsoft in his garage with Steve
Too.
Jobs. So, a lot of stuff happens out of a garage, and there's a lot of garage bands. That's why they call them that. But you mentioned that you thought the guys would hit on you. Did they hit on you in that initial meeting in the bar?
I mean, a little, but like
Hmm.
it's just I'm an attractive woman. I have a sense of style. You expect it. You're in college, and I
Hmm.
got like 3 free drinks out of them before they realized I'm not interested. So that's why you go to bars.
Right, right. Well, there's a rumor that goes around that sometimes you play some piano for some of Brian's groupies when he hooks up with them.
Yeah. Okay. Um, rumors be rumors, I guess.
Hmm.
Uh,
Well, I
Never.
understand. I understand. The last time, Andrea, you were also playing drums. Every time there's a hip thrust, you give a little drum beat.
yeah, yeah, that's true.
Where are you hearing this?
Uh,
Who's telling me this?
Andrea, you seem to be a little upset. I'm bringing this up. I mean, you kind of upset that Brian gets all the groupies and you don't, or?
Yeah, I mean, it's they know that it's no story. Like, okay, we are friends, and we get along pretty well together, but like, uh, that night I tried, to approach Easton. I was very, she's so attractive, but eventually, she ended up with Brian because she says like he's got this big garage, and so she says that his garage is, bigger than mine, and that was very, humiliating for me. And but I got over it.
Mm.
Just
Sounds
you know,
like a metaphor to me.
oh
I
yeah.
ain't telling you nothing.
Hmm. So you guys haven't compared weenie sizes? I mean,
Oh
all
yeah.
band members, they do. They go into the bathroom and they're going to take a pee and they compare weenie sizes. Just a typical thing that most bands do.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Okay, I will say I helped them do that once, but
Wow.
that's it.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's all you're getting out of me.
That's really called a two-fister. Okay, well, listen, I'm going to have you guys come back later. It's really nice to meet how you. I'm sorry, Andre, if I made you feel bad. I can see you're a little depressed
No, it's
right
okay.
now.
It's okay. Just I play the bigger instrument. Anyway,
Well, you pound things more than he does, so to speak.
I do definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you.
Thanks,
You
Lindsay.
know, listen, the band is really good, and that's why we're trying to get into a little bit of the conflict of the band too, because we just don't want it to be about them playing music. This is more about the backstory before they even go in the concert. That's really the real fun. I hired a roadie and I hired a social media person to help with the tour. So let's bring them both out right now. And James, of course, is the roadie. James, I was able to find you through some friends in the business, and you've been a roadie for some pretty big bands. Why don't you tell the people watching our documentary some of your backstory?
Right. I've met your friends actually when I was roadieing for Rush and then later on Van Halen.
Yeah, Van.
I've been a roadie for 11 and a half, going on 12 years this year.
Mm-hmm.
And been with some couple of major acts too, Joe Bonamassa. I think I met your friends when actually Dream Theater and Rush were touring, and I was helping them move these, really big amplifiers and drum kits and basically anything super heavy. That's
Well,
when
I
I get
know one
called.
of the concerts you carried at one point 700 pounds of just two speakers,
Yeah,
one on each arm,
had
350
to
pounds per
right.
arm.
And
That's,
cleaned it off the floor. Had to basically like deadlift 700 pounds and get it up onto the stage. So that was
well,
fun.
roadies are not just roadies. What are some of the other things that some of the band leaders ask you to do for them?
Well, Easton as is rumored to drink pretty hard. So, normally I'm stocking alcohol like a bar back, like crazy.
Okay.
And there may or may not have been some subs. I don't feel comfortable saying this in front of that camera, but there may or may not have been some substances that they wanted me to go buy, purchase.
Well, I know we hired you recently because we went to the Bakersfield. We needed you for the big concert down there in Bakersfield, and apparently you were talking about alcohol in Easton. I saw you kind of like, I don't want to say steal, let's just say take a case of beer and put it in the back of the van.
Unbelievable. Like one case of beer, like this is what you're going to get on my case, where she drinks like 240s every other day. And I mean, she polishes off Jack Daniels, schnapps. I mean, I've seen her do the most ridiculous shit before getting out there. And one case of beer is what you're going to get on my case for? I just
Did she
wanted a
ever
couple
ask
of
you?
cold ones.
Did she ever ask you to compare weenies with the band members?
I walked out of the room on that one.
Okay.
She walked into the bathroom stall with Brian and Andrea and it's like,
Yeah.
James, come over here. We're gonna compare some weenie sizes. And I
Yeah.
was like, no, I'm good.
Yeah. Well, she tried to pull that on me too, and I told her I was not going to sign the band if she wanted to start comparing my weenie to other people's weenies.
You might have something to worry about there, Ken. So
Yeah.
I was grossed out.
Well, I don't even want to get into that, but let's go over to Andrew. Andrew, I've hired you to be our social media expert. You know, we got 3,000 seats to sell now, and I hired you right after we came back from Bakersfield because they kind of promoted it themselves down there, all the ranchers, and sold the tickets. But now I need someone to help sell the 3,000 seat arena. So, what is some of your social media background that you think can help sell this concert at Albuquerque?
Yeah, definitely. I've been plastering all over Facebook, all over Instagram. We have some TikTok videos out with some of the band members, just doing everyday things. Some of my background has actually been advertising for veterinary clinics. So this is really my first big artistic show that I've been able
Right,
to do.
right. Well, I know that we didn't have that big of a budget, so I had to actually go on and find somebody who's never done bands, because if they did social media for bands, it'd cost me a lot more money. And when I saw you were doing like bets and dog shows and stuff like that, I mean, that one
Yeah.
dog show you did at the Warner Park, you had over
Mhm.
700 people there. So I figured, okay, that's a pretty good start to get 700 people to a dog event.
Yeah, definitely. You wouldn't think there would be that many people that would be willing to come out and just see dogs do what they do. But that's where I really shine, is being able to highlight the, special qualities of
Hmm.
these animals. And now people that I get to work with, highlighting those special abilities, uh, really making people interested in not only the band and the music that they make, but the band members themselves, and wanting to learn more about them.
Okay. All right. This is really great. So I really think that highlighting each band member is going to be a really good idea. I would not get compare their weenies into any of the social media stuff. I think we should maybe
Yeah,
leave that out.
right, right.
I think that might be going a little too far. But if our ticket sales are low, we may have to do that.
Maybe. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah. Okay, well, listen, it was nice meeting both of you guys. I'm going to come back. I have some other questions I'm going to ask you individually, James, when I see you individually. But right now, we're going to bring in Vita. She's the groupie that we met at the Bakersfield Ranch. I didn't tell you the ranch has got all sorts of different things. It's got a section where all the ranchers are meat eaters, but Vita is a vegan, and there's also a nudist colony that they rent out for this, kind of like a commune. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how you met Brian and how that all kind of materialized.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you're highlighting about the commune. It's just been something that we've, lived with and garnered, and just, I mean, this exact shawl that I'm wearing, and is pronounced shawl, in kind of the ancient techniques, was all harvested, and manufactured within the commune. So like all of the colors and stuff we pulverized from the ranch, to make the dyes and stuff. So we really are live free and live off the land as much as possible. And whenever I can kind of meet with another spirit that is
Mm-hmm.
involved in that same way, as one with the earth, I really connect with that. And that's kind of what happened with Brian. It was very obvious that maybe he wasn't as musically, in the sense of musical instrument, talented, but his voice was just, I knew it when I saw
Mm-hmm.
him.
Mm-hmm.
It came from the earth.
Well, before we talk about Brian, let's go back a little bit about the dyes and stuff on your
Mm,
shawl or shoal.
yes.
Um, I know some of it's plant-based,
Mhm.
but you do sacrifice cows, and the
Yes.
red is the blood of the cow.
Yes.
Wouldn't that kind of go against your veganism?
So here's the reason that it doesn't go against the veganism.
Okay.
These are cows that have perpetrated like violent or harmful acts onto other cows.
Oh,
Um, so if a cow is attacked by another cow,
yeah.
that's not allowed. So
Right.
that cow that was the perpetrator of the attack must be sacrificed.
Okay.
So because
Okay.
of that, we then use the blood for dyes. Um, and as a vegan, often our iron supplements are very, very low. You can't always get that. So we'll also incorporate it into our meals, in order to kind of get more iron supplements in. But it's only the bad cows. It is only like, the deplorable
Hmm.
cow. This
Okay.
is not, the normal, loving, everyday cow.
Well, you brought Brian in. Now let's bring Brian out right now, and then we can get him out here together with you and talk about how you met. So, Brian, you saw Vita at the concert. Yeah, concert. She was there. I know she was naked,
Yeah.
at the concert. I know that we had to tell her she had to wear clothes.
I didn't
Uh,
realize it was a clothed event.
And that was pretty uncool of you guys, but it's whatever.
Yeah, it was, and that was it. That's when I knew that Brian was the one, when he stood up for me because of that.
Well, exactly what happened there, Brian?
Well, I mean, look, you got a pretty young lady, nothing on, coming up around you. What else are you gonna do, right? It's a pretty simple solution there. You guys out here telling her cover up like that, come on. You're gonna ruin the whole vibe. Right? She's here. She is just exposing everything, right? She is showing off. She is flaunting it. And you're telling her, knock that shit off. That's not cool. That's not cool, man.
Well,
Everyone's
I don't
express
know
themselves.
necessarily if it was me who was saying it. It was some of the ranchers who didn't live on the ranch. I know the main rancher came over to defend him because he's leasing some areas for the commune on his ranch. It's a big ranch, by the way, folks. And so Brian, just to get the record straight, I wasn't the one telling her. I told her she had to wear clothes now because she's going to go on
Yes.
tour with
Sure,
us.
sure.
Yeah,
Right.
okay.
Tour is different
But
than
Brian, what was it about her that attracted you?
I mean, look at her.
That's true. Yeah, she's kind of like a better looking Yoko Ono.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
That's it.
right.
Yeah, that's what I think. She does have a little Yoko in her look.
And
to
she
her, I
acts
think.
better too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not intentionally trying to break up bands. I
No.
just want everyone to live in peace and harmony.
No.
You know, in many ways, I would say I'm a female John Lennon. That's actually a more accurate depiction of my life.
Okay, that's an interesting concept.
Alone.
Well, listen, we're going to be taking you on the trip with us. Okay, so we're really excited about that.
Yeah.
I'm going to be doing some individual interviews before we hit the road, just to make sure he's on the same page. So you guys can go back in. I've created a little commune room for you where you can get naked, and there's all mirrors, and there's also a black light and a disco ball. So
Great.
go in and have some fun. Yeah, yeah.
Great. I appreciate that.
Okay, we'll see you guys later.
Honestly.
I'm going to now bring out Easton. Okay, Easton is the keyboardist, and so Easton, oh, you're drinking before we even go on tour, so you're already starting to drink
Yeah,
already.
all you had was this crappy watered down red wine. No beer here? No beer?
Well, I told James to hold off on the beer and the wine until we actually get on the bus. There'll be some booze on the bus for you because we don't have to play that night. But then we're going to try and keep you off the booze until that time. So it's kind of strange that James, when we hired him and you told him, he went to Bakersfield with us and set up everything, that you asked him to compare his weenies with the other band members?
Honestly, it's like an initiation ritual at this point. You join whatever facet of the band, whether it be a roadie or a new guitarist, you gotta measure up. I did
Okay,
it.
well, Andrew complained to me that you didn't ask him. This was off camera. He said, "Why don't I get a compare weenie deal?"
I didn't want to see his.
Oh, so this is just your way to see people's penises?
No, it's okay, maybe a little bit, but it's an initiation. He's just social media. He can stay in his little social media corner. He doesn't really have anything to do with the band.
Okay, well, you were hooking up with Brian up until just about a week before Bakersfield, and I know you weren't an item in terms of boyfriend and girlfriend, that kind of deal, but you were pretty, he was your main rub at the time. He's got Vita now. How are you feeling about that?
She ain't gonna last. Sure, she's got a nice body on her, but that's all she has. She can't hold booze. She can't do anything that anyone else here can do. She's just here because it's a free ride. Let's just be honest.
Well, she is able to tie-dye her own clothing.
Oh, wow. She can make her clothes pretty colors. I can do that too. I just gotta spill a little wine on it and then it's red. Or maybe
Okay.
white. I don't know. I don't know what happens when you spill white wine on a nice shirt because I've never done that. It's always going down the gullet.
Yeah. So we're going to ask you, and one of the reasons I signed the band is because I think you're really, really good. And a lot of band players, I mean, Joe Cocker did it, Jim Morrison of the Doors. I was at a lot of these concerts, and they would drink straight whiskey and then throw up behind their piano, and they continue to go on. So I'm asking you, is if you're going to drink, are you going to be able to throw up and continue?
Oh, I ain't throwing anything up. That stuff stays inside. My liver is like solid gold.
Well,
I think
solid,
that's good.
solid toxic, I think is the right. Okay. Well,
I don't know
you
how livers work.
okay. Well, you can go back into the bottles. I got just a little bit of booze for you back there. I lied. So go back into the bar in the studio and
Thanks,
have
man.
some fun. Okay.
I
Let me bring
appreciate
out
it.
Andrea. He's a drummer, and hey, good. You're getting ready for the concert. I can see that. That's great.
Yeah, I
Okay.
practice a lot. I practice a lot. I really care about this band, and
Okay.
and I really,
All right.
really care
Well, wait a minute.
here as a
I've
musician.
never seen what you're wearing there. Did Vita make that for you?
How do you know? It's a
This,
shawl. Yeah, it's
yeah,
a shawl.
she,
Like I met, like, so you know Vita. I mean, she's very interesting. Like I met this girl. Like she's gonna follow us. Like she's Brian's groupie, and we had like a very inspiring conversation. She taught me a lot about my energy and being aware of my body and empower myself. Don't let my band like to measure me in terms of like actual measurements, like and it's even difficult to explain, but that was very inspiring. And she gave me this shawl. It's
yeah.
a
She's really into chakras. Did she tell you what chakra you were?
yeah,
Because you have the kind of the genital area, the
yeah, yeah.
stomach, the heart,
Yeah,
up
that's
here in
actually
the
the first thing that
throat. Which
yeah,
one did she say you were?
yeah, this one. She told me that my third eye chakra is
R-
jammed.
Really?
Yeah, it seems like
Wow.
a big deal. Like it's I don't know. I told her what should I do? Like
You mean
should I
she
see
said
a
it's
doctor?
jammed, like it's not working, you can't see or
Yeah,
you're not
jam.
seeing the future?
Yeah.
Do you think that's because your weenie's smaller than Brian's?
I don't know. I don't know. She told me that I shouldn't let my band like to measure us in terms of like body measurements. And she
Right.
also told me that I should play like completely naked. That would be liberating. And
Are
also
you
that
are you
I don't.
thinking? I'm not sure we'll be able to do that legally, but are you thinking about? Yeah, you can maybe take your. I know you're built really well. Maybe you can just take your shirt off and show your pectorals.
No, she says it's not enough. That would make me like deplorable. Like just half naked is deplorable. She says that being a deplorable. She told me something about deplorable cows, like as a metaphor. I hope that was a metaphor that they need to be sacrificed because they are not fully naked
Hmm.
inside.
Hmm.
I don't know. She talks in riddles. I can
Yeah.
only think like some of her riddles, but it is very inspiring. So, uh, Easton, are you okay? She's throwing up in the bathroom. Like we were
Okay. All right.
rehearsing. She's a
Yeah.
mess. Easton.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
Okay. Well, let's just
she's
just let.
I'm
Oh,
fine!
okay.
okay.
Let me know if you
Uh,
need me.
wow.
Sorry about that.
Does Brian know that Easton made that shawl for you?
No.
Yeah, you may want to not wear that around him until because he might get jealous. Brian's got anger management
He's
issues.
a
I
bit
don't know that.
he's a bit
He's
jealous.
kind of like the Who. He brings on guitars and he doesn't play the guitar. He pretends like he does, and then he breaks the guitars at the end of the concert because he thinks that's going to get more. So that's costing us a lot of money. I've had to go get a lot of used guitars. So
I have another secret. Like Vita asked me to call her Yoko. Call
Yoko,
me.
like Yoko, she's the Yoko.
I'm gonna be
She
your
says she
Yoko.
doesn't want to break up the band, but I don't know. Right now, I see you got a shawl from her, and Easton doesn't get along with her, and there's a lot of weird shit going on. Thank you, Andre. Go over and see what's going on with Easton. Make sure she just goes in the toilet.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
let me go. Yeah, yeah.
Thanks a
Thank you,
lot.
thank you. Bye.
James, I need to have you come out here. We need to talk about. Okay, we're going to get ready to go down the bus pretty soon. James, have you packed everything up?
Yeah, yeah, all the gear is locked down solid and tight.
Okay. Okay.
You got you triple boogie, triple rectifiers from Mesa Boogie. We've got Korg double stack, just the way Easton likes it, and we got the entire ROM kit for Andrea. So it's
Okay.
all there, and we've got some alternates too in case Brian decides to go on a rampage and break another 3 to 6 guitars, and we have to go to Guitar Center and buy more
I need you
shit.
to do something for me because Brian insists on playing guitar and he's terrible. I'm going to have you play backup guitar. In other words, you'll be in a corner and you're going to have to look at him. Okay. And I'll have a video feed to you as well. So
You
you'll be able
mean
to see.
that Brian's been just miming it?
He's terrible. He's
I
terrible.
knew it. I,
Yeah.
I've been watching clips online, and I knew that just something wasn't adding up here. I mean, God.
It's kind of the Milli Vanilli of guitars. They were lip sync too. So
Yeah.
get your guitar for a second. Let me see. How about
He's not allowed to touch this one. I'm not having him smash this. So
Okay. I'm not a fudge packer. I'm not a fudge packer. That's her big hit single. I'm not a fudge packer. Can you? I know you know that song. So just play the backup lead.
Yeah.
Let me hear. You don't have to worry about singing, but just play the guitar. Here we go. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, another thing that you play keyboards too, right? Okay, I need to hear a little keyboard because I'm a little concerned about Easton's drinking, and she may fall over during the show. So let me hear what you can do with the music for "I'm Not a Fudge Packer." Uh, play that, could you?
Yeah.
That is so good. Okay, great. All right, now you told me that you wrote a song. Can you play a little bit of that on your guitar, the song you wrote? Just give me about 30 seconds to a minute of it. And what's the title of your song? Because I might be able to see if I can get Brian to buy this.
Rock and roll.
Okay, rock and roll.
That's the
Okay.
name.
All right, let's hear.
Been a long time since I rock and roll. Been a long time since I took a stroll. Get back, let me get back, let me get back. Living the rock and roll.
Okay, that's good. That's really good, James. I'm going to definitely see if I can somehow get you into the band, but I have to sneak you in through the back door. So I'll have to find a way for you and Brian to have a conversation about the band. He's very jealous about anybody else playing guitar, but he's terrible.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's not allowed to assault me on stage, right? Like I could sue for that.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We have insurance. Okay, go pack up all the stuff. I got to talk to Andrew about how our ticket sales are going. Andrew, come on
Yeah,
out, Andrew. Yeah, I need to know how the ticket sales are going. Okay, so
yeah.
we're getting ready to go. We're going to be getting in the van or the bus shortly. How's our pre-sales?
Yeah, it's going great. We've already sold 1,500 tickets.
Wow.
I'm on track to make 1,800 by tonight. So
Oh, we're still 2
it'll
days
be,
out. This is fantastic.
yeah, yeah. It's selling really well beyond my wildest expectations. I didn't know I had it in me, honestly.
Well, what visuals have you used to try and entice people to come see the band?
Oh my gosh. Vita, she's just got this amazing presence. And with the clothes she made, she actually made me this right here. It's kind of a tie-dye shirt. Uh, and that's been mostly what has been bringing on a
So you're
customer.
trying to sell Vita might maybe help sell some merch?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I'm thinking maybe we get her to make those shawls or shoals, I guess she calls them.
Oh, it sounds like you're promoting Vita more than the band.
You know, that's fair to say. I am trying to get people interested in her story. Now, the reasoning behind that is because her story is what's been selling more than any of the other band members, especially with Easton's drinking. Like, uh, we find that customers aren't really into that sort of thing. So
Okay.
with Vita, the whole tie-dye naturalist hippie vibe is sort of what we're going for.
Okay, so some of the people might think Vita's Easton because we only have one woman in the band. You're selling her like she's in our band.
I I'm selling the band.
Okay. All right.
Vita happens to be part of the group,
Okay.
and if I can sell her as well as selling the bands, it's going to make up for everything.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Andrew. I'm going to have Vita come out here. I need to talk to her for a second then before we get on the road. Thank you, Andrew. Keep up the ticket sales, okay? Uh, Vita, I didn't know this, that Andrew's been selling you as part of the band,
Yeah.
and we're selling more seats because apparently he posted some pictures of you slightly naked, and then
It depends on what you call slightly naked. Again, if you keep thinking about clothes as prisons, and you just kind of limit how much you're showing, you can really kind of get away with different fabrics, different things that it looks like, again, that you're partly nude, but you're really not.
well, you were actually to get it clear, you were completely nude, but you were making the tie dye. So the only thing you had with clothing was they saw you making different tie dye shawls.
The different shows. Yes. So again, see, it was, I guess, I'm not really on the internet too much, but I guess it was internet appropriate because, again, the placement of where you put it, it all goes back to the idea of clothes as prisons and the government trying to regulate who and what can be seen. And just the idea that you need to live your most natural life based off of the resources around you.
Okay,
So
well,
if
well,
that's
based on the fact that sold, he thinks 1,800 tickets by the end of the day, based on you, not specifically the band, No Seeds. I'm going to have to give you a tambourine, and you're going to have to stand on stage
great.
now and just tap the tambourine.
Oh, great.
And then as the show goes on, you'll start to clothe yourself.
So I just want to make sure. So the tambourine is in my hands, and then I would be taking clothing off. That's what we're doing.
Yes, you'd shake the tambourine with one hand and then start disrobing with
So
the other.
something to the effect of, banging
Yeah,
and then like slowly just a shoulder and then
right,
kind of
right.
from there. Great.
That
Awesome.
that's really good. Okay, well,
Glad we're
since
on the
we're
same
on the same page now, I'm gonna have to
page.
talk to Brian and make sure he's gonna be okay with some of these changes.
Oh,
So,
I'm sure he'll be fine. I mean,
okay,
he's really curbed a lot of the anger management stuff, which has been a good thing and a bad thing in the same breath. So, you know.
okay. I'm not gonna ask exactly what that meant, but let's bring Brian out right now and let's talk to him. So Brian, there's been a couple changes that I know that you're probably not gonna like. So just bear with me here.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Is that like Darth Vader? You put a Darth Vader
Yeah. Yep. I love that guy.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
weird. Okay, you just did that in the last 24 hours.
Yeah. It's because I watched the movie the other day after I got home from all this, and I was like, man, he's so cool. I really relate to him on a personal, spiritual level, and I was like, I need him. I need him here, right next to my heart. It's where
Okay.
he belongs.
All right. Well, two things that has to happen here.
Okay,
One, Andrew's been selling a lot of tickets. Well, that's the good news.
that's good.
He thinks it's
That's
going to be
great.
1,800 pre-sales, so we'll probably sell out 3,000.
Sweet.
The bad news is he's not selling the band as much as nude pictures of Vita.
That son of a bitch. Those pictures are for me.
Well, okay, I'm not trying to get you mad here. I'm just telling you that's what's selling the tickets. So I'm going to have to put her in the band now, and I'm going to give her, because everyone's going to think she's in the band, I'm going to have to give her a tambourine, and she's going to have to probably start taking clothes off during the show.
Fuck. All right, fine. That's fine. Whatever.
You're okay with that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. The second thing is, when you play guitar, since you're really not playing very well, and sometimes you don't even have strings on the guitar, I'm thinking you might have James, he's the roadie, but James is also an extremely good guitar player. Would you mind if you pretend you're playing guitar and James is actually playing behind the speakers so no one sees him?
Are you trying to replace me? Is that what's
No,
happening?
no, because he's not going to sing. He can't sing. I've listened to him sing. He's a terrible singer. So you really are a great singer, but you're a terrible guitar player.
So you want me to fake playing guitar? That's what I'm
Yeah,
hearing.
yeah. I'm going to get you an electric guitar because the acoustic guitar doesn't fit. It would sound terrible to have an electric guitar while you're playing acoustic. So I
Okay.
bought you a Fender, and we'll pretend like it's plugged in, but it won't be plugged in because James is going to unplug it.
Hopefully you didn't pay too much for it because I'm going to smash the fuck out of that guitar.
Right. That's the only part we're not sure exactly how that's going to come down because we have to make that sound. So we might plug it back in at that moment so that we'll get the sound of the guitar.
I mean, if James wants to smash his too at the same time, I mean, we could do that. But there's a guitar getting smashed. Is he going to be? Oh, wait. Is he going to be on stage?
No, James, you won't see James.
Okay.
You
Well,
won't see
there
James.
goes my idea of smashing him over the head with the guitar.
Okay. Well, you know what?
I'll figure it out.
Hold
I'll
on
figure
before
out
we
what-
get. Let me. James is in the other room. James, come in here for a second. I'm going to let you hear his guitar. James, could you play the song, the Fudge song,
Yeah.
Fudge Packer?
Fudge pack. Gotcha.
It's the best. That's our best.
Okay, now it's good. Now, James, stop for 1 second. Okay, Brian, could you pretend you have your guitar in your hand and let's just see you do the moves that he's doing, okay? All right, just pretend you have a guitar. You don't have to have a real one right now, okay? All right, here we go. Okay, that's great. Okay, are you on board, Brian? Are you on board?
Yeah, that felt great. That felt fucking awesome.
He's going to make you into the best guitarist since Page, okay? Maybe Hendrix. All right, so you'll be so big after this concert. So thank you both. I've got a hidden camera. They're getting on the bus, and Vita is talking with Andrea, the drummer, on the hidden camera. And I hope Brian doesn't see this. So see, guys, go get in the bus. Go get in the bus.
I want to get paid. I
Yeah,
want
go-
to get paid up front.
Okay, go
Comes
get
to
in the
royalties,
bus.
lots
Okay,
of money.
now there's got the hidden camera. Okay, take me off so they can't see me. Listen.
Andrea, I had this idea.
Yeah.
So you know how I'm on stage now? Like, Yoko Ono used to sew on stage. And then instead of me playing the tambourine, what if I like like again, bear with me here. Like she used to undulate. What if I did that? Like could you give me a beat and then like I try it? Would that be okay?
Yeah, I'm just thinking that. So this way we would replace completely Brian. And I just our last rehearsal, like James is amazing. He's an amazing, amazing guitar player. I mean,
Absolutely.
he worked with Van Halen. Like you know, James is a legend. We are so lucky, so blessed to have him. But I have to say honestly, Brian is amazing in faking, pretending I'm playing the guitar. Isn't it? He's amazing, amazing. That probably it's because of you. Like you gave me this beautiful shawl. Like you taught me how to let my dark side to come out, like
Hmm.
Dark Vader. I think it's working, but I also think that what's working better is when you branded him on his chest. The
Yeah.
Dark Vader. Yeah,
I think it finally.
he screamed a lot. It wasn't like it was really painful. It was really painful. But now I see him like his charisma. Wow,
Oh,
the
it's
way he pretend. So, are we gonna replace James? I don't know. I don't know. Like you are. Oh my God!
it would never be in a way to replace. Like I've said, I never want to do anything to the band. It's just more like a harmony. Like if you remember, with the way that Brian sings, which is just beautiful with the melody, and it would just kind of
Oh,
lead. And then like if like I came in and did these things like the undulating, like the that stuff, like in
I
the
see what you say. So you're
un-
gonna be the lead singer, and he's gonna sing in harmony with you.
the opposite.
Oh
So
yeah!
I'd be on the side,
Wow.
and then
So humble.
instead of the tambourine, I do that. But I think it would really, I feel like my third eye has been jammed, and I've been watching you unleash yours. So I really feel like this would be a way to unjam mine. I mean, I've branded Brian and he's got his heart chakras back. The true evil's coming through. Your third eye is getting unjammed. Like, it's my turn now. You
Let's go
know?
look
Wow.
at Andrew
So we,
talking with Ethan. That
okay.
he is beat at. Let's see.
What do
All
you
right.
want, Andrew?
So I've been thinking of going in a new direction. Uh, what if, as you know, Vita's been selling a lot.
Vita hasn't sold anything. Okay? No, no,
Okay.
no, no.
Okay. It's been her tie dye and her general
We,
personality, but
I can do tie dye. Look, tie dye.
spilling wine on your shirt is not necessarily tie dye. I mean, we've got like bleach, different chemicals that are used. You've got wine. What have you? Anyway, so what if we put her front and center for this campaign that we're doing?
What? What? No. She's not even a part of the band.
Well, she's not a part of the band, but she's been selling tickets, which I would argue helps you as part of the band.
She's the only reason she's selling tickets is because she's the only person that you're posting any photos of, you sick freak.
Well, I can't very well post photos of you drinking, Easton, so if you would get your shit together, maybe we could, post some more
What's
photos
wrong
of
with
you
you
along
have
with Brian.
do you have I am over 21. I can drink as much as I want.
Yeah, but that doesn't really play with our ticket sales. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay. You know what? Fine, fine. You can let Vita be in front of the band, but I'm out.
Let's go to Vita.
W- So that's
Hey,
I know this is out of left field, but I just overheard Andrew say that the reason that the show is really selling is because of me. Um, and I'm very shocked by that. I mean, really. Um, so what I'm thinking,
why are you shocked though? Like, what
well,
gives?
I didn't anticipate that to happen. I just was trying to share the wealth and the love and the shoal. Um, and now I'm selling this band.
Yeah, apparently you're really carrying the following.
Yeah.
Can't
So
deny that.
I feel this is an opportunity. I'm really trying to open my inner third eye chakra, really trying to open my heart chakra and try to figure out what um, it's saying. And it keeps telling me that this is an opportunity I can't pass up. So, what if with your talent and my promotion, undulation, and I can actually play the piano just a little bit if we need. Um, what if we did our own band?
Like a side project from this group, or do you mean like full force, 100% all effort into this project?
No one remembers the Tom Tom Club, but they remember Talking Heads. So I'm thinking we need to be full force as opposed to side project, if you know what I mean.
Okay, we just made it trust Brian. So that he does not.
Sorry, Brian. Live
No,
with
you're
that.
not. No, you're
Live
not.
with that. Sorry, Brian. It was a surprise for me too.
Oh,
Uh,
oh,
so okay,
yeah,
let's
a
say it.
surprise.
Let me
Yeah,
finish.
oh yeah, go
Let's
right,
say it
go
out
right
loud.
off.
Let's say it out loud. My penis is half of an inch bigger than yours, and it's gonna be
No,
on
it's
TikTok
not. Are you
by
kidding
tomorrow.
me? You were
I
looking
already
at the
talked to
wrong
Andrew.
one, dumbass. What?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I
No,
know. Oh,
no.
Rita told me this is a sin of vanity. I'm gonna live with that. She said that now my chakra is gemmed too, but I don't know. Like I feel so liberated. Yeah.
You're doing.
Look,
Wait,
it's-
no, no, no,
hey,
no,
what?
no, no, no. You find your own groupie. Don't. You can't be. She can't be doing the chakra shit on you. That's my shit. What?
She's not my.
No.
But she's not my groupie. She's my master. She's my inspiration.
What does that
You
even
don't understand.
mean?
It's something
No.
deeper.
What are you? Did you take
Much
something?
deeper than that.
Oh my god! What? No, no. Why? And your shirt's out. You're copying me very clearly, obviously. So what next? You're gonna put on a wig, get all this hair that you're fucking jealous of.
Can't I? I mean, that was my. Yeah, actually, you have beautiful
No,
hair.
not
but-
everything of yours needs to be as big as mine, dumbass.
I mean, take it as a compliment. Like I want to look like you.
Okay,
Well,
we're going to
thanks.
move a little forward now. If you can bring me up camera for the documentary, we'll bring you guys back. Okay, so the concert was hit. They sold out with the actual TV. Beat it at like the Wizard of Oz. Brian, fucking great. All Easton so drunk, he fell over. He fell off the stage. James and Steve, Andrea, so the concert was a hit because of those two. They're not be a very good bus ride home, but they're all. Uh, well, okay. Well, Andrew, first let's go to you before the bus takes back
Oh, definitely. That's awesome to hear. And advertising for veterinary clinics, veterinary events, that really translates to actually managing a band because you are telling those personal stories.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
we're actually gonna change the name of the band to Thoroughbred because of you are Thoroughbred. Like, okay, and I just want to say, Vita, you were a real surprise. I had no idea Kelly that good today. You think tambourine? You actually play the tambourine with your belly button. I've never seen
I mean, it
anybody
saves the show.
get saved the show. So we're keeping you definitely in the band in Thoroughbred. Uh,
Right.
and James, you're not going to be the lead guitarist, but it really, really, really well. But,
I mean, I'm flattered to have the position, and I'm glad that all my years spent studying music performance have paid off. But I told you, man, I didn't want Brian to go on a rage and smash my $3,000 Paul Reed Smith, which was my
Mhm.
high school graduation gift, and now it's in pieces. I mean, what are we gonna do about this?
well, we made so much money on the concert. We're going to buy a
I'll
new
get you another one. Not a big deal. I'll get you another
Brian,
one.
I'm gonna sue the fuck out of you, and I'm going to get my money back and even more. And you can go be the lead singer of Brian and the Buttheads.
Oh my gosh,
That's
would
a
you
great
shut
idea for a name.
Now, Easton, I know you had a little bit of a breakdown stage, so you fell off, separated your hip. I don't know how you can do that. I don't know how you separate them. But you did, and we'll see if we can get you into rehab, keep you in the band. You're gonna you have to stop drinking and things.
Oh.
Yeah. Andrea, you did really great with drumming.
Thank you. Thank you.
The shawls that you kept changing for every song, the merch for the shawls, Vita, it's unbelievable.
Great.
So we're going to be doing that. Oh, and by the way, Brian, I need to tell you that Vita's now hooking up with Andrea. He has a happy heart. So
Sorry,
I did measure.
Brian,
sorry, Brian. Sorry,
Brian,
Easton.
you can't.
No, you're not. No, you're not. I don't want to hear that out of you again.
Well, don't be so sure about
I'm
that.
really grateful to Vida for letting me stay in this band because you know
Don't be so sure about this being a sure thing, though, and Andrea. You got a new band member.
no,
New competition.
I know. You are great together. You know, when you started off like only Vida and you, it was amazing. I saw all the other ones, and I'm like, honestly, they don't need us. And then Vida, called me on stage, and I really thank you, Vida, for allowing me.
Well, Brian, unfortunately, because of all the guitars you broke, and you broke James' guitar, now he's suing, but the colleges, there's shards of guitars in people's eyes. And, you might have went a little bit too overboard, so we're actually going to have to leave you here. I'm going to have you get off the bus because you're going to have to go to a lot of court hearings with your behavior. Apparently, your anger started the group of nuns you beat up. That's wrong.
Don't tell me they didn't deserve
the
it.
chakra of the heart. That's Jen.
Exactly.
The average age of those women was like 82, dude.
Pete Townsend knew where to draw the line. He broke the shards on the upper end of the stage, not on some 82-year-old nuns, Brian. That was it. That was where I was done.
You better listen. You better listen. It's this.
You had one job, dude. It was to sing, and you fucked it up.
It's true.
Vita thinks
Sing and destroy, man. Sing and destroy. That's what I'm known for.
Easton, you need to really just accept the fact that it's
Breathe.
no longer your time. Okay?
That's right, guys. And you know what?
What is this
going to be a
turned
perfect end to our rock tour documentary. So thank you all for watching. And let's introduce our cast today, starting with Easton.
Thank you.
Brian.
Thanks for watching, y'all.
James.
Hope you had a good time.
Andrea.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Andrew's first show.
Yeah, thank you all for watching.
And Vita, who really is a real-time groupie.
I promise I was wearing clothes the whole time.
And Guru.
And I'm Ken Scope. We're going to be back again in 4 weeks with a brand new long-form show. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but that's for you guys to come back and watch the show. Thank you all for watching. Let's wave goodbye, and you guys stick with me. I'll talk to you after the show.